Let's have a look at something called neuroassociative conditioning. Now, neuroassociative conditioning is a term coined by Tony Robbins, and its premise is that your behavior is simply determined by what you associate pleasure and pain to. Now, by pleasure and pain, I mean mental, emotional pleasure and pain. And very importantly, your behavior is determined by what you associate mental, emotional pain or pleasure to. Now, how this works is that in your mind you have thousands and millions of references to specific events and situations, people, and all kinds of different occurrences. They can be called external or even internal stimuli. With each of these stimuli, you have associated certain levels or degrees of pleasure or pain to. Now, how you feel about them, whether an experience is going to be positive or negative for you, will be determined by how much pleasure or pain you have associated with this stimuli, which can be anything, including people, events, occurrences, situations, places, even specific smells, sights, colors, sounds, lights, whatever. Now, as a rule of thumb, your mind or your brain, as it is programmed, it will do more to avoid pain than to induce pleasure. Now, a good example to demonstrate how this neuroassociative conditioning works is that if you consider a druggie, someone who is on some type of narcotic like heroin or cocaine, and they have been on this drug for quite some time, and you try and help them by removing them from their circumstances, from keeping them away from their narcotic, whatever it is they are using. Now, it is not uncommon to very frequently see such people slingshot back into their circumstances of using drugs and having a pretty bad lifestyle, because by some means they have associated pleasure to those circumstances. Thus, their behavior are driven by it. Another example is that if you get up in the morning to go to work or school or university or wherever, and you think, oh my god, how am I going to get through this day? I have to go there, wherever that may be. It simply means that you have associated mental emotional pain in whatever manner to going to a specific place, doing something, going to school, whether it's other people or lots of work that you have to do, or some social environment that is bad. So basically, what you associate pleasure and pain to dictates your behavior. If you have bad connotations or negative connotations or associations with studying for an exam, for example, you can be sure that you will be exercising tremendous amounts of procrastination instead of studying for that exam, because of the association of mental emotional pain. Now, these are a few simple examples, but in another movie we'll have a look at how to observe them, and then especially how to control and manipulate them.